Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to the Mutual of Omaha carrier presentation. My name is Rob Race. I am one of the 3 sales directors that have the opportunity to get to work with such a great organization like Symmetry Financial. Today, we are going to talk about a very specific product and some of the great successes that you will have in the next 60, 90 and days and the next year. So let's dig right into it. One moment. There we go. All right. Quick recap, just for those that may not be completely familiar with Mutual of Omaha. Again, we are a strong, stable, secure company. We are a mutual company. In other words, we don't report to Wall Street. We are the only carrier that has an A+ AM Best rating with a full simplified issue portfolio of products. Everybody knows the name. We are with Wild Kingdom, with our golfers. We have a great recognizable name, a recognizable brand that you never have to worry about selling Mutual of Omaha out in the field. Here are some great links. We'll get a copy of this presentation over to Symmetry so that they can get this out to you guys. But definitely bookmark these websites. The first one right there, Simplified Issue Producer website. This is a website, a one-stop resource for anything simplified issue. Index Universal Life, Living Promise, Term Life Express, the entire portfolio. It's all right then and there with direct links, training videos, and you do not have to log in at all for any of this. It is a great, great tool to have. All right. Let's talk about what I arguably am going to say is the coolest product I've ever seen at Mutual of Omaha, and I've been around since 2007 with the company. It's Index Universal Life Express. So Index Universal Life Express essentially has issue ages from 18 to 70. It is 25,000 minimum face up to 300,000 face amount. It's pretty much just like if you sell Term Life Express, GUL Express. It's kind of built on that chassis. Now, what's so crazy cool about it is that it actually lets you build a cash value with that. The clients participate in the S&P 500, and the interest earned, the gain on the S&P 500 will go into the client's cash value depending upon, again, when they get the product. What's so cool about this, though, is that let's say that the S&P 500 has a down year and it's a negative. We have a floor of 0, meaning that the client will never participate in the loss of the S&P 500, only the gain. But that's just not it that this product has. There's so much more that goes into this. It includes a 20-year guarantee or guarantee to age 80, no matter what happens to the market. Number 2, it includes living benefit riders, critical, chronic, and terminal illness. It has coverage. You can have coverage up to age 120, and it has some wicked awesome competitive loan options that really do help clients turn this product into a retirement vehicle. So again, like I said, this is built off the Term Life Express and GUL Express chassis. So it's truly simplified issue. I know that some carriers say that, hey, we do have a simplified issue, Index Universal Life, but it's that accelerated underwriting. So it could go simplified issue or it could go fully underwritten. And no one likes the surprise of, hey, I think I'm going to be able to skip through and get this done in a few days. But nope, now I need to have blood draw. Now I need to go have a urine. Now I have to do a paramed exam. This is truly simplified issue. And it's the same underwriting as Term Life Express, same underwriting as GUL Express. These are those great additional riders and features in this product that I talked about earlier. First off, living benefit riders, terminal, chronic, and critical illness are available built into the product. Right now in California, it's just terminal and chronic, but as soon as we do get critical, you will definitely hear us talk about that. It has a waiver of surrender charges for partial withdrawals. It has a guaranteed insurability rider. So if down the road the client wants to get more coverage, they can do that at certain time periods and instances without any evidence of insurability. And that lapse guard rider, that is a rider to ensure that if the client wants to take distributions out, we will keep the policy in force, so it always will remain a life insurance policy, so that the gain, the loans that the client takes out, are completely tax-free. All right. To submit an application with us on this product, the process is a little different than the Term Life Express or GUL Express. So let me walk through this for you really quick. All right. Run a quote. That's typical on any of them. You can do an easy solve, which we have preset in the application as well as on the illustration using the mobile quote tool. You can get the rate and the quote that would basically cover them for 20 years, have coverage to 120, and build a decent cash value. If you want a full illustration, you have to go to WinFlex Web and register on there and then run the full illustration. Now, when you submit the application to us, if you did the easy solve, you will need to submit and get a signed illustration. You will need to submit an illustration certification form. It's built into the app, so you don't have to worry about hunting that down. This illustration certification form basically says, hey, the client saw the illustration electronically, and we'll wait to get the illustration signed once the policy is approved. The flip to that is if you get the full illustration signed before then you can skip the illustration certification, and when the policy is approved, again, you get paid. Underwrite the case, like I said, same as the simplified issue underwriting as Term Life Express. So nothing different on that. If whatever you wrote on our Term Life Express, they would have been approved for that same amount on IUL Express. Now, delivering the policy. This is where it gets, this is one of those quirky little things as well. So again, if you did the illustration certification form, we will print a copy of the illustration, and you will have to have that illustration signed before the policy goes in force and you get paid. Okay? If you want to avoid that delay, then you want to run the full illustration, download the full illustration. You still have to give the illustration to the client, but you can do that electronically, or you can print the full illustration and give it to them. But what we need back, if you're going to submit this application, is we need the signature page signed and the full illustration. You can send the blank full illustration in with either the application, or again, you can do it at the end there. Now, while it might be a little bit more complicated than a Term Life Express or a GUL Express, what we've seen from an underwriting standpoint is that it's still extremely fast. 28% of the cases that are submitted and approved are done within 3 days. 52% of them are done within 5 working days, and 78% of them are done within 2 weeks. The process is, even though there's a little bit more that you have to do, the process still is extremely efficient. It's still extremely fast, and it's much faster than a fully underwritten index universal life. All right, so let's talk about those value adds and really the power of this product. So like I said earlier, it has guaranteed coverage for 20 years. Premiums do not go up during that time. Terminal, chronic, and critical illness is built into it. So you have those living benefit riders that you know from Term Life Express. You can continue coverage beyond that 20 years all the way to age 120. And you can change that coverage based upon the client's needs and what they want to do. Now, you are also able to reduce the death benefit down the road to stop making payments like you would on a GUL. Let's say that they don't need as much life insurance, 20, 30 years from down the road, and they want to stop making payments. You can adjust that face amount, or they can adjust the face amount so that they never have to make a payment again, but they still have coverage until death. It has the guaranteed insurability rider, and then it has that awesome loan rider. Now, why this is so cool, for those that have ever written our Term Life Express return of premium products, you know that when you write a Term Life Express return of premium, you, at the end of the term period, either 20 or 30 years, you get either your money back or you get a reduced paid up policy. Okay, it's one of the greatest things about the Term Life Express is that they have those return of premium features. Unfortunately, we did have to get rid of the Term Life Express 20-year in January, but IUL Express is an unbelievably awesome alternative. So let me show you some numbers just to give you, so you can see the power of this. What you see here is the age ranges, 20 to 50 for a male, 150,000 face amount on Term Life Express 20-year ROP. This is the premium on an IUL Express Easy Solve. Okay, so this is the premium difference between the two is significant. For a 30-year-old, you're looking at a $25 savings between IUL Express and Term Life Express. If you look at the total premium that you put in the Term Life Express 20-year, now you would have gotten back at that 30-year, we're just going to stick with that 30-year, you'd have gotten back $22,442. At the end of 20 years on the IUL Express, you would have put in $16,380. Now remember that this product is earning a cash value. There is interest that's being applied to it. If you looked at the 20-year cash value on the IUL Express for that 30-year, you would be at $14,978, given the current interest rate that you can illustrate this at. It's close to getting your full premium back, but it's not completely there, okay? And so someone could argue, well, I'm not really getting my premium back. But when you factor in the fact that you saved $25 a month for 20 years, and you apply those two together, you actually get more money back than you put into the IUL Express. So first off, you could, if you wanted to, pull out in year 20, get that cash value, but you also saved $25 a month, over $6,000, giving you back a return of $21,000 when you've only put in $16,380. Even at a conservative rate of 3%, the return is still significant for both males or females. At 2%, you still get your money, more than your money back on this product, because you're saving money from what you would pay on a Term Life Express, and you're getting that cash value. Now, we thought that that was a slam dunk right there, that, basically you don't need a Term Life Express 20-year ROP because you could use IUL Express and really just kill it with that. We didn't realize that the product was as competitive as it was until we sat down and saw how it compared against a Term Life Express non-ROP. So what we did here was we took a male, age 30, $100,000 face amount. We looked to see what a 20-year non-ROP monthly premium would be. You see that is $20.25. We went into WinFlex Web, and instead of doing an easy solve on the illustration, we did a solve for the minimum premium. So the absolute minimum to keep the policy going, okay? If you do the absolute minimum, you're a guaranteed 20 years of coverage. On that, you see here that it's $31.19, so it's about $10 more than what you would get on the 20-year ROP. But that $10 more is so much more valuable than that $10 more gives you so much more value than what a Term Life Express normally would. You see here that you have that guaranteed coverage for 20 years, just like you would on the Term Life Express. But in year 20, you have a cash value that if they wanted to pull out, if they wanted to cancel it in year 20, they'd get a little bit of cash back. If they didn't want to cancel it and they wanted to keep it going, you actually have coverage for 38 years total, an additional 18 years at a conservative rate of 3%. At a current rate of 6.13%, you have coverage for 23 years. For $10 more a month, you're getting a product that will carry out for almost 40 years. That is pretty darned impressive. When you look at a 30-year, here's a 30-year non-ROP. Monthly premium is $27.50. The IUL Express, again, is still $31.19, less than $4 a month. It still has guaranteed coverage for 20 years, so it's not 30 years. But when you look at that cash value and you look at that additional coverage, it goes beyond just that 30 years. Again, it carries out to age 68 as opposed to the Term Life 30 ending at 60 with no cash value, or at age 73, it goes to age 73 with a cash value of over $5,000. This is IUL Express, in our opinion, is your new mortgage solution, because now you're offering the same coverage that they were going to get on a term product, but now you're giving them the opportunity to get a cash value. And by the way, this is a flexible premium product, meaning that when you do get this product, you can add more down the road. You can put more in and extend that guarantee or extend that coverage further. A 30-year-old 10 years from now hopefully is going to have a more established career. They may be able to put more in and get coverage well beyond 73. That is the power of this product. You are giving the client so many more options down the road with an IUL Express than what you would on a regular Term Life Express. If you look at the 30-year return of premium, the 30-year return of premium is $47.99. Okay? At the end of year 30, you get back $17,276. We took that same premium that you would pay on a 30-year return of premium, and we put it into an IUL Express, and put that same $47.99 into the IUL Express. You see that guaranteed coverage, no matter what, is covered. He's covered for 22 years. In year 30, his cash value is at the current interest rate, $21,647 at 3%, $12,404. His coverage, though, goes to age 80, no matter what, 20 years beyond what the 30-year initially started with, or at a current interest rate, he has coverage until age 120. I can't stress this enough, that this product really does offer a lot of benefits and a lot of unique value to a sale. That website that I talked about earlier, mutualofomaha.com/simple, has some unbelievably easy to use and easy to understand videos that you can share with a client, or you can learn on your own about how the product works, the intricacies of the product, the intricacies of how the S&P 500 works and how it earns interest. From what we've been told by other Symmetry leaders, they've used these videos when they're talking to clients, and they're presenting it to the client, and they've made sales because these videos were so easy to understand and helpful. Now, everybody knows that Symmetry did a very awesome thing. You know, Symmetry believes in this product. Mutual believes in this product. Symmetry gave, I believe, everybody at Symmetry a raise for IUL Express. So you're getting more money when you make a sale. We also threw in a contest. So now, between February 1st and the end of March, you could earn up to $1,000 just by selling this product. We had a Symmetry agent up in Washington who just sold one case for a 63-year-old. The annual premium on that was $6,000. Once this case gets approved and goes in force, he could earn an extra $500 because this case was above that initial placement. If he can just do another $1,500 in the next 60 days, he could have $1,000. On top of that, everybody loves Mutual of Omaha's trips. We have some of the best trips in the industry. For those that don't know, come next year, we're going to Maui. So you're qualifying, any business you do this year, you're qualifying for that trip next year. For IUL Express and IUL Express alone, you're getting another 0.2% of credit for every policy that you sell, for every dollar that you sell. So, for example, if you have a $1,000 annual premium, you would get 1,200 credits towards this product. The more IUL you sell, the easier it is for you to qualify. And with that, we hit about 20 minutes here, and we have a few minutes for questions. If anybody wants to answer or come out with a question right now, we are happy to answer them. All right, I'm going to get, doesn't look like we have any questions, so I'm going to, oh, we do have questions. I just see it popped in there. Okay, can we get a recording of this? Jennifer, yes. Melinda Myers asked, where are the videos? And Alan said, can we get a copy of this illustration? You will definitely get a copy of this illustration. We'll actually add a bit more, a few more comparisons in there so you guys can really see across the board. The website that you would want to go to learn about the different products is, give me a moment, put that back up here so you can write it down, mutualofomaha.com/simple. Can't make it any more difficult than that. All right. Underwriting criteria, same as TLE and GULE. Dan, yes, it is the exact same. Mary Vest, what are the health restrictions? Cancer, diabetes. If you have, Mary, the underwriting guide and the prescription checklist, It's the exact same as Term Life Express and GUL Express. If you don't have that, if you don't have that, go to that mutualofomaha.com/simple, and you can download that underwriting guide and download that prescription checklist. We had another agent ask, do you need to be health licensed to sell this? You do not. You just need to be licensed to sell life and appointed with Mutual of Omaha. Can you show the age face amount screen again? Give me one moment. There you go. Issue ages 18 to 70. Face amounts 25,000 to 300,000. Again, this is also on the mutualofomaha.com/simple. And we will again send out this video or this presentation along with links to the videos and links to that mutualofomaha.com/simple. I'm just going to quickly scan through here and see if I got all the questions. Okay, recording. Will there be an e-app? There will be an e-app. We are working on it right now diligently. There are a number of programmers that we've locked into a room to get this done. We're hoping to have it sometime later this year. There was a question, does the premium continue through after the guaranteed 20-year period? Yes. It does continue on from there after the 20-year period if you want to continue the policy. Now, if you've overfunded it, you put more in than what is needed, which you're allowed to do, you may be able to stop making payments and still gain a decent cash value. There was an agent in Washington who sold an IUL Express to an 18-year-old. He was putting in about $50 a month into this policy for a $150,000 face amount. He paid, instead of paying all the way to 120, he actually made payments up until age 70. And then at age 70, the illustration showed that he started taking distributions out. So he stopped making payments when he went to retire, and then he used that cash value as part of his retirement vehicle. So Kathleen said, so this is better than TLE ROP because living benefits are on there. You are very astute, Kathleen. Yes. If you do get IUL Express, we do not pull out of the terminal, chronic, and critical illness. We do not pull that out for this product. That is very, very cool. Anne says, I had to write one of these on paper last night because there wasn't an e-app on site. I do not have an illustration. Well, you need to go back to the client. You will need to go back to the client, Anne, but if you want to, you can wait until you have the policy, and then we include the illustration in there. If you don't, if you want to get that done ahead of time, you can either go to WinFlex Web, register and download that, or you can contact a sales support team at 800-693-6083. Again, that number is 800-693-6083. And you can have them run an illustration for you. There was a question of, someone said, what's my number so you can call me? Don't have a problem giving that out. My phone number is 402-880-0804. We'll also include the contact numbers for your entire Mutual of Omaha sales team. Adam Schitea, the amazing Adam Schitea, the impeccable Dylan Cummings, and the ever powerful Caitlin Richling. We'll make sure that you have all of our contact information for any of that. Maria Gomez says, for a 70-year-old, what's the maximum coverage? The maximum coverage for a 70-year-old is $150,000. Melinda Myers says, where do we get the videos to show the client? That is at mutualofomaha.com/simple. Rusty Hunter, will the use of living benefits kill the life portion of the policy? It will decrease the death benefit of the policy, yes, but we will still keep a portion of that policy active so that the client does have some burial coverage available to them. Marlene said, is there another webinar to show us how to do the illustration with the different solve options? You know, Marlene, that is a great idea. And I think that we'll work with the sales team in Symmetry to get some on-demand training videos for you guys for how to actually run the illustration on WinFlex Web. Great suggestion there. Wade, if you want to give me a call, because we're running on short on time here, I can walk through with you how to explain the policy is 20 or 30-year IUL Express. My phone number again is 402-880-0804. Again, that number is 402-880-0804. Last question before we close out of this. Mark, I'm not going to try your last name, Mark, sorry. It says, can you add the spouse to the coverage? There is not a spouse rider on that, but you know what you can do? You can add the spouse on their own policy and write 2 and get double the credit, getting you to that $7,500 and helping you get to Maui just that much faster. With that, if you have any additional questions, don't hesitate to give Adam, Dylan, or I a call. My number is 402-880-0804. My email address is rob.race, R-A-C-E, at mutualofomaha.com. Again, rob.race@mutualofomaha.com. And thank you guys very much for letting us walk through this entire presentation with you.